Alright, hellos hellos. Back with some SDL League. Division 5 again, as per usual. And we have this guy with that name. What's this called? Solaufein? Solaufein. Sessa. Let's just call him Sessa for now. And Group Harteneck, which is a super damn strong division in my opinion. Going for some cheapo off-map in B. Yum yum yum. No mortar half tracks in here. Decent amount of infantry. A lot on a Maverick. Maybe it's a Maverick v Maverick matchup. I'm not entirely sure just yet. I believe it's on Ilomancy. So let's see who gets the horrible side of the map. And we've got some AT planes in here. These things are a little bit meh. You kind of need a recon plane with these, especially on this kind of map. Just depends what's... If he gets the bad side of the map, then it's going to be hard to get these things on target most of the time. The flak, yeah, it's one of the few divisions where it's worth taking the 20mm flak, because you also get a flak transport with 20mm, so you just like double them up. So you get not two for the price of one, but two for the price of one in terms of availability. So you've got 8 20mm on one card, which is it's decent. It's decent. Then again, you can just bulk out with these things in B, and you should be good to go. Some fighter cover, nice fighters as well here. They do some work. Good old Hungarian stuff, and of course you've got the really tasty Hungarian infantry in here. Let's have a look what his opponent has got. Is there anything else to comment on here? Because I sometimes don't look quickly enough. We got them. What time is it? Okay, I've got time. Looking alright, Sauce Troop, and there's no flamers. They don't have flamers, that's why. Silly boy. Leaders. Yeah, looking reasonably okay. So let's have a quick look, see what Reece, his opponent, has. Alright, and here we are. And as you can see, he's opted for 8th Indian Infantry. Another pretty nice division, pretty strong. You got a nice auto cars. Again, sometimes these would be better in A. It depends on the map, I guess, but you're having a better availability in B in order to upvet them a bit. Makes some sense. Some quick AT sniping. Oh, look how beautifully it looks, and look at the guy's turban. It's wonderful. I really do like the camo on this one. Ooh, excuse me. What else we got going on? Shermans, as expected. And Shermans are pretty good on this map if you get the nice side. If you get the bad side, still fairly useful. You've got 17 pounders, which are going to be needed. He's got 12 in total. These guys are nice as well. Pretty tasty little things. But why you don't bring... I'm not quite sure why he's opted for bringing 2 instead of 3 and one vet. Yeah, I guess he's tinkered with the deck enough. Looks like he's going into the short range mortar play. Early off map. A lot of pounding artillery stuff coming in here. A Hurricane anti-tank, this can do some work. Just one Spitfire fighter, which is an unusual choice. I guess he's got this one as well here. He prefers to have them up-vetted to do more work. This one has there's no point in up-vetting this because, yeah, it just helps it survive a little bit better. But you're better off in 2 because it's got no guns on them. Infantry, good amount of infantry. Gurkhas are nice. He's only using 1 card of Gurkhas. A big mistake. You want to use these in A as well. They're pretty damn nice. And yeah, that's about that. So let's go and see what kind of nonsense happens on the map. Alrighty, here we are on Ilomancy, and as we can see, Reece has not got the better side of the map here, I would say. But to his advantage, he does have the fast jeep, so if you can rush into this area, cause some pressure around here, and same in this area and here, then maybe it'll be good enough for him to hold out and keep resupplying infantry and start pressuring into these kind of areas. But of course, as anyone familiar with this map will probably know, if you put an AT gun into this position, you can snipe all the reinforcements coming down the road. So what you kind of need to do a lot of the time is sneak in your reinforcements around this area to keep out of line of sight, which is a huge pain in the ass, let's be honest. But there is a way around it. So it's not, you're not completely cut off, you just really, your reinforcements will be coming in so slow to this area. It can be a little bit demoralizing, to say the least. Also, in the southern position here, if your opponent manages to get AT weapons onto the hill here, or into this forest here, or some units into here, it can really cause a lot of trouble for you. He's getting the Gurkha Mortars. Gurkha Mortars, I can't speak. Gurkha Mortars. So he has got 2 cars of Gurkhas after all, not just one, which is what you need. It's very quiet. Should be starting soon, come on. Yeah, I have to leave for work when? At least soon, it's going to be a bit tight. Excuse me while I just fast forward this a minute. Let me just pause a sec. Okay, and we are off and running now. Sorry about that. And a whole lot of jeeps. Where are these guys going? A lot into here, good into here, looking nice. What we got coming in the opposite direction, some stuff here. Yeah, it's going to be the usual clash in this forest. Down in the south, not a lot going on down here for Harteneck, and there's a whole load of stuff coming in here from Reece, so this is looking potentially pretty strong for him now. He's using his Spitfire to get lots of eyes on what's going on. He's going to be quite happy to see that there's so little coming in this area. These Humbers are probably going to cause some serious damage, but one of them's likely to get picked off by the pack, by the looks of it. In the north, Vickers in position, Scouts, Snipers in position, Humber in position, 17 Powders up here. Looking very strong for Reece. Nice start. It's not rushed any flamers into this area though, so that flag looks like it's going to stay over into Solaufein's possession. But 12-12 is on now. VK9 not quite in range of the 17 pounder. If he moves this, once it does advance a bit further, it's going to have problems. The Humber might be able to get a go of it. The Piat's just unloaded there. Or did he get unloaded? But yeah, needs to retreat those, get them out of the way. 12-12 is on. In the south, meanwhile, nearly missing the action here. Humber's doing the thing. Looks like he is on the micro here. He is checking out what's going on. Sniper does take out the AT gun. That's really nice for him. The rest of the infantry just starting to advance a little bit now. But he's got the flag in the south. Just losing out elsewhere. This flag needs to be gotten rid of. The mortars. They could be dying very soon. The pack is out down the road here. There's nothing coming out here as of yet. He's gained a flag in the north just about, but not for much longer. Humber's going to come in, hopefully take out this half track. Is he going to do the job in time? Might not. Scouts Piat coming in as well now. A lot more infantry coming in. Defense groups, and why they're coming in these transports, I'm not sure. They should be in jeeps, because they can go in jeeps. But 12-12 is on, but it's going to go to 13-11, sorry, to Solaufein. Reece failed to put anything into this forest here and secure this flag. But he's getting right into his back lines here. The Humber, nice position. Defense group, decent position. Scouts Piat in a nice position. It's all looking good here. Could do with some tankage in here. No Shermans coming in as of yet. The Shermans in the centre. Reece has got the position, he just doesn't have the flags at the moment. He needs to get these flags sorted out. But looking pretty good. All these guys going into the forest. Not sure why. Sherman's slowly coming around. He's going into the northern position too, so it should be able to help out over there. There's no AT guns in this position at the moment, just a Shrek. Scout Piat sneaking forward. I don't think they're going to have much fun against this guy. T-34 coming to the centre. This can fight pretty well with the Sherman. The BF-109 out now. Is he trying to pick off the Spitfire? By the looks of it, maybe. There's no AA around, so this Spitfire needs to get out of dodge quickly. It's got no guns on it whatsoever. And I think he's going to get caught out here. He needs to retreat that like right now. Looks like he's probably microing this, so it's yeah, because it can. Oh, he's not microing it. It's just flying around, and he's going to die now. That's sad. You can outturn everything with this Spitfire. It's really good. Needs to retreat it. No, it's going to go. It's clearly preoccupied, and in this position, he's lost those mortars for nothing. It's really sad. Scouts in that position. The machine gun can't quite get a shot on it. T-34 did take out that Sherman as well, so it's a pretty bad loss. And if Solaufein can get into here and secure this forest completely, it's going to be really hard for Reece to get back into this area. In the south, Reece is doing better, but the lack of armour down here is really not helping out at all. These mortars are not being used. I don't know why he's brought them in if he's not going to use them. He's got Indian rifles over here now, so at least going to secure his flag. 12-12 is back on again. But he's lost his good position at the start. Defence groups in the forest are not going to have much luck against these guys. But they are exposed. If you can just move this machine gun back here to help lay down some fire. Well, the sniper's doing a decent amount of work to these guys. T-34 just out of range of the 17-pounder. In the south, still nothing going on. The 1311 is back on again. T-34's moved onto the hill, takes out the Humber. BF-109 shooting the trees. Doesn't like the owl that's sleeping in there. Pretty rude manoeuvre. And more Indian rifles coming in. Help lay down some fire into this forested area. T-34 has got eyes down the road now. The pack has moved up as well. This does have the range, I believe. I believe wrongly. It doesn't have the range to reach the road, unfortunately, from there, so it's not going to be doing a hell of a lot. A lot more reinforcements. They're going to drive up to the pack to make sure it can hit it. That's very kind of Reece there. This leader's going to get picked off. Oh no. Sherman. Is this the same Sherman? He did survive. He's just been moving it around everywhere. Gets the flag over here. We need to see some planes, I feel, from Reece. Or some AA, some planes. All this equipment's been picked off. He must be paying attention. He's moved the leaders in here. Just needs to fire the mortars on these guys and just decimate them. Oh, Scouts P on a nice spot here. If they just inch forward, they can probably take out the T-34 without getting spotted out. Defence group on the move. Running and shooting. Shooting from the hip at the MG. Indian rifles coming in now. And the mortars finally respotted this, and yeah, those guys are done for. Indian rifles coming up onto the hill as well. Get a Piat in here as well. A Piat infantry somewhere in here would be pretty handy. He does have the Scouts Piat in here. He needs to move these guys. These can definitely get in range of that tank before they get spotted out. Defence group just going to die. Pretty sad. Sherman trying to assert dominance here, but he's just driving out into the open. Shooting from the hip, so to speak. Showing his side armour. He's going to go down, I think. Surely he's going to go down now. Side armour showing. Yeah. Don't want that on move. You want it on a attack order. When you know there's armour in that position. So, lost the flag again here. It's been ticked down just about. Indian rifles arriving in a northern position. We've got scouts in position. The 6-pounders coming up into position as well. This Tiger, if he forages forward, could get picked off. He's blind as a bat at the moment. Yeah. Solaufein with very little vision. Tiger can now spot this infantry. We'll start to picket it. I think the Humber is in sight as well. Yeah, the Humber's going to go down pretty soon. Rifles moving up onto the hill. They've got the flag back. I'm not sure to be able to hold it. Indian Rifles into this forest now. Will we pick up the Solaufein? Yes, yes, yes. Nice, nice, nice. Sherman trying to drive into the swamp for some reason. But Reece has got the flag here. What's going on in the south? Has he lost something down here? No. Oh, still fighting over this flag. Not using the pier. Could have dealt with both of these by now, I think. Not now these guys are unloaded. Now he moves them forward. It's too late because they'll get spotted by the infantry. Oh, yeah. 3 infantry just charging forward. Going to take out this MG. Have we got any armour coming in? Finally got a Sherman coming in the south. 6-pounder as well. 12-12 is on. And looks like Solaufein is focusing more on a southern position now. T-34 did nearly get picked off there. Spots out the PR unluckily for Reece, and it's gone down. Rifles PR getting picked off down the road here. 12-12 is on. He can spot this now. He needs to make use of these mortars and start picking off these infantry, especially the Hussarog. It's an expensive unit, relatively speaking. And the Sherman is now arriving. It's going to make light work of this stuff around here. He's still getting ticked down though. I do think Reece is doing alright at the moment. He's keeping it on. In the centre though, it's looking more and more precarious for him. 17-pounder has moved into a more central position. An AA piece up here would be pretty damn handy. More infantry into this area. Secure this building. Sherman's not in a terrible position here, to be honest. We're just moving around a little bit. But it's Alf Clara is spotting out quite a few pieces of equipment here. The mortar's in the back now. Probably going to take out this 17-pounder. Oh, unfortunate. Reinforcements coming in here. I guess he wanted to come down this road. Yeah, by the looks of it. 12-12 is on again. These Indian Rifles, 2 of them should be able to deal with 4 Pioneers. The Tiger's still alive in the back though, so he's not going to be able to get any more reinforcements into this area. And Reece finally gets a tick on. He's taking out this MG. And the big bulge in the front line coming over here. Piats, if he can get... Where's he going? Yeah, I'm saying if you get into this forest, it's a nice position to be. Sniping off any units coming in. T-34 needs to move up a little bit here. Get some cover and the half track. He might not be spotting this just in time. He's managed to sneak 2 flags around the back here. Front line's getting crazy. Sherman's moved up over here. There's not many AT weapons in here. And near the oh, now the mortars are doing the business. Very nice. Very nice indeed. MG exposing itself to the Sherman, so the Sherman's going to pick that off super quick. Assault Pioneers coming in. All these units can be unloaded. He can unload even all the way back here. And he is doing just that. The Stug is coming around the corner though. The Sherman, if he can just tuck himself round the corner here, might do alright. Nice position. Drop some smoke here. Should be able to get, well, even without the smoke, they should be able to get into here. Stug, probably going to pick off one of these Assault Pioneers in a transport. Yeah, gets one of them. And we've got a 6-pounder. Yeah, he's now moving up to this position. It's looking really nice for Reece in the south. He's got a double tick on. Overwhelmed him in the south. In the centre, he's barely holding on. He's got a couple of units in here. So Solaufein could effectively take these 2 flags really soon, but they're not going to be too difficult for Reece to get back, to be fair. So why not let him go for now? This flag's probably not going to be lasting much longer. The Stug is advancing further. The Sherman is not quite in line of sight of it yet, and it won't be able to pen this Stug from the front. Get some side shots in. No, yeah, now he needs to get it out of the way. Needs to get his 6-pounder. Needs to get his 6-pounder out to here, and it will be able to take out this Stug. Get the Sherman out of there. It's going to go down. Yeah, Sherman goes down. The second Sherman's going to go down if he keeps advancing it like so. I think it's going to go straight into the line of sight of this Stug. But the 6-pounder is coming out now. It does have line of sight. Should take him out. Oh, the Sherman. Did the Sherman get him? Oh, there's a Sherman over here as well. I didn't see that one. Nice pincer move there. Assault Pioneers flaming the T-34. His T-34's done. Yeah, it's got tanks everywhere, AT weapons. Reece, really effective push. Tiger coming in now, but it doesn't have a whole lot of vision. But there's infantry coming in behind him and machine guns. Solaufein really struggling to deal with everything that's going on around the map at the moment. It'd be worth Reece bringing in a fast jeep round here and to unload it into this area and gain this flag. Yeah, coming down this road it can be done. They're not going... They're going around into here. He's lost the flag on the hill now. In the centre, and he has lost this flag here, as I suspected he might. Autocar is in position now. It's blind as a bat though. Although it's got recon, it can't see. T-34 is going to get him. That's going to be so sad. He might get a T-34 in exchange. No, not even. 17-pounder put in a nice position here. 12-12 is on. Although it looks like Reece is going to lose the flag in the north fairly soon. There's a Stir and a Tiger down up there now. 17-pounders, as I thought. Oh, one coming into here. One, you don't need to put it down into the forest, just around here. You can do a lot of work. There's no AA, I believe, from either side at the moment. Is that right? Oh no, there's one. It's flat, and there's a 20 mil over here. And that's about it. Oh, and there's the other flag. The other 20 mil is in here, in the half track. But Reece is getting back in every tick, and he has moved the Assault Pioneers over to this direction. And these guys, are they going to get into the forest? I think the MG is probably going to pick both of those guys off, unfortunately for him. And Huzarok's going to finish him. Hurricane coming in, trying to take out his Tiger, and nearly does the trick. 6-pounder needs to move around a bit further here to try and get eyes on that Tiger. Hurricane goes down. I think he's got one more at least, so not the worst thing in the world. And can the Sherman pick off this Tiger? He's going to take out this half track. And 12-12 is back on. Yeah, Assault Pioneers need to be dropping their smoke to survive here, but no. Reece not quite on it there. These Assault Pioneers are just standing there, going to get murdered soon. Yeah, always try and remember to use the smoke on your flamer units. Comes in so handy. This Tiger now might even be worth. Now it's all the way back there. Why not bring it up around here? Would be a nice little position for it. Autocars up here now. 17-pounders coming in all the way back here. Looks like he wants to pick off the T-34 on the hill. These Gurkhas stuck out in the open. Needs to get them moved into this forest where they can do more work. Assault Pioneer's being picked off. Looks like he's moving those out of the way just in time. 12-12 is on. Solaufein is ahead on the tick though. Spitfire fighter coming in now, and he heading on the BF-109. Oh no, he's not. BF-109 is moving away. He's going to go down for that. 20 mil. Probably going to make that Spitfire retreat at some point. You should just retreat it right now, really. Yeah, it's going to retreat. It's going to fall back by its own means, I think. Oh, he's going to strafe down the gullies a little bit. Oh, doesn't even manage to kill a man there, unfortunately. But yeah, we'll be going back now. He needs to retreat or he could die. Is he still not recalling this? It needs to be recalled. It's going to die if he gets shot at again. But a whole lot of flames in the south. Reece really secured that. Just needs to get back in on a centre position. 17-pounder is up here. He should have eyes on some of this. Or not. Looks like not quite. Maybe pop another 17-pounder around here. Cover both angles. Get down this road as well. Would be a nice spot for one. Then you can start getting some infantry across here. This little patch of mud you can walk across. Get into this building. In the north. Oh, Gurkhas, you need to unload. You need to unload like now. Are they all three of them going to go down at this rate? Oh, that's tragic. Oh, he's spotted it just in time. Gets one unloaded. Needs to move into the forest straight away just to secure his flag. 17 pounder. May as well move it up to here to cover the road as well. Cover the bridge, sorry. At the moment it's not got eyes on much at all. And, excuse me while I turn my alarm off. Spitfire. Alrighty. Spitfire just went down there, didn't it? Hurricane, what did that do? Nothing. Looks like all the armor's still around. I think he probably tried to take out the Tiger there, but SDK have said in the backs managed to repulse him, possibly with the fighter as well. His assault pioneers trying to sneak a flag there. But Solaufein's looking pretty heavily in control. We'll come to the end of Phase B and they're both on Maverick. Although Reece has a really strong hold in the southern position, I think it can be whittled down. Whereas centrally and in the north, Solaufein just has too much of an advantage, I think, at the moment. Where these Gurkhas are trying to get into here as well. Again, this pack is going to pick off everything here. This Sherman's going to get picked off by the pack, I believe. If it manages to keep bouncing it, at least the Gurkhas will probably get into this forest, but he's bringing engineers into here as well. The Sherman's just driving straight at this pack, and it's not... It can't see it. Still can't see it. Indian rifles. Yeah, the Jaeger are going to mop them up. Now he's spotted the pack. Might be able to pick it off, actually. 17 pounder moving up to the hill here. Yeah, bit late now. The armor's hidden away back there. ME410 picking off the Sherman, and now the Gurkha's going to go down as well to this pack. That's really unfortunate. Looks like Reece might have let this fall apart before his eyes. He had the opportunity, I think, to sort of push further into this area from this southern position. And an AT up on the hill here, like 17 pounders, 6 pounders in this area, can do a hell of a lot of work. The Golly's going to pick off these Salt Pioneers as well because they're just out of range of their machine guns. That's unfortunate. These mortars, they've been brought in and not really been used. Oh, 17 pounder not quite getting to unload or destroy the Grenadiers DP in a transport. More engineers coming in round here and they're getting picked off. These engineers now need to just go marching through this forest and they can take it. He might be able to get a flag out of that as well if he's lucky. Sherman coming up round here. It's going to drive straight to its own death. Need 17 pounder. Is he going to get his Tiger? He's going to get the Tiger eventually, and then the Sherman might get a shot off at it as well. Yep, Sherman as well. Keep going forward, man. This is the only time when it's going to work. You get a side shot on the Tiger or on the Stir. Tiger goes down. What about the Stir? ME410 is still hovering though. We could take out this Sherman. There's no AA from Reece, just no AA at all anywhere. If you've seen this AT plane hovering around, you really want to be thinking about bringing one out. We are into Phase C now though, so that's quite a pricey buy-in. Solaufein still ticking Reece down. And I think it's... Honestly, I think it's a matter of time. Oh, 17 pounder does pick off the transport there. Maybe you get another one. I think it's a matter of time before Reece collapses here. Because Solaufein's got the 12-12 on. He's got more equipment on the field at the moment. Looking fairly strong across the map. A little bit weak in the north, but yeah, at worst he's going to lose a flag here. Just lost one in his back line a little bit here, but he's soon to get that back. These engineers are not going to be able to hold up against these guys for too long. MG driving out for free. 17 pounder going to pick him off now. Not quite. This guy will be able to pick off the 17 pounder, I think. Is he going to fire at the 17 pounder? Yeah, this 17 pounder is going to be doomed. Then a tank's going to have a field day over here. And he's still got a single tick on. Reece has managed to clear out the gollies in the south at least, so he's got his flag back temporarily. On the hill here, there's not a lot he can do about these guys, to be honest, and there's a whole swathe of infantry coming on with T-34 support as well. This 17 pounder was never positioned. 17 pounder here as well. Pretty wasted, to be honest. This 6 pounder could do with repositioning round to here. Could pick off this Jagd Panzer. There's still a chance for Reece, but he just really needs to smash through somewhere and gain some flags quickly. But at the moment, as you can see, he's just losing too much. Got nothing left on the hill here. Artillery's not the best option, especially not firing at an MG like so. His engineers have been wiped out, as expected. Sherman's got taken down by the Sturd. Now his engineers are going to go down to the Sturd as well. Oh, but we've got a 17 pounder. Sturd's going to get picked off. So Reece might get back into it onto the flag, but the MGs are there, so it's going to be tough, especially if he's just moving them across the open. They're going to get destroyed. Always attack, move your infantry, and keep them out of line of sight. £17 pounder has moved out in the open now, but yeah, all of this is going to pick it to pieces. Mortars repositioning, but they're not going to get into range. They're just going to get picked off. They've only got 500 meter range. These things are not fantastic, or 540. So, oh, it might just about be able to fire at the MG from here. The other mortar's moving up onto the hill. Looks like he wants to take out these guys as well, but they're going to get picked off. Grenadier DP's in position now. The Jagd Panzer feels bold enough to move up. If he steps a little bit further around now, this 6 pounder should have him quite easily. This flag's still being taken for nothing, and it is a double tick now, so he can get this back, and he needs to get it back soon. This Sherman again, yeah, does need to move up further here, secure this flag, stop the double tick, to have a chance of making a comeback. Gurkha's popping a nose out, but there's way too much infantry in here. Needs to retreat them straight away. These mortars, not sure what he's doing. Can he see? They're within range to fire at these units, so I don't know what he's doing with those. So you want to get them into here to fire at these guys? Yes, 2-inch mortar is firing in the open. That's not going to do much work, I'm afraid. And there's no machine guns in this area, so all this is going to go. I think that's the final nail in the coffin. Yeah, more engineers coming in. You need machine guns, just not field engineers. Not enough long-range weaponry used. Support weapons. Really unfortunate. Yeah, these pioneers, they're just going to die. If you're going to move them across the open like that, drop smoke and attack, move them forward. Yeah, he was going for these guys down there. It has done some work, the mortars for sure, but they just wasn't in the right position in time. I like the idea of using the mortars like that, but it's not going to work. And here we go, that's what you should have done a long time ago with the smoke. This 6 pounder, probably not even going to get the Jagd at the moment. The mortar's firing away here, will kill a couple of men probably. There's one, just gets one of them, and now he's going to get picked off by the Pioneer squad. Double tick is on. These guys are just killing themselves. 17 pounders not doing a lot. Managed to gain this flag back. He's just moving everything across now just to try and gain flags, but he's still not gaining this one. Just throw an engineer into here and you get the flag. Hurricane coming in. What's he going for? Going for the stir. Nice target. 220 mils in the area. Probably not going to be able to repulse it in time. Can it deal with the frontal armour? I think it can. Yeah, it does get it. Nice. But he's going to go down for his troubles. Medium resilience. He's going over the AA a fair bit here. I think the BF-109 is going to come back round and catch him up. Hurricanes are particularly slow. But it looks like the BF-109 is retreating. Oh, it does go down to the flak anyway. And this flag's going to go back over to Reece. Get it back to a single tick. It's just not going to be enough, I feel. These guys are going to die over here, and this flag's going to be lost fairly soon. Lots more Shermans coming in. Field engineers everywhere, but they don't have machine guns. Got 3 rifles. Basically, that's what's firing the 500-meter range, so it has no chance. 76 pounders. Is he going to manage to get the Yag? Crew kill. That's good enough. Needs to retreat this now. Needs to retreat this, but it looks like it's going to go down anyway. 17 pounder is going to be picked off too. 1212 is back on. It's probably not going to be enough. The Sherman facing off down the road against the Panzer III, which is okay. Against the Yag-D, absolutely not okay. And gets decimated there. Pack in position as well to pop away at this Sherman. And Reece has got the 1212 on. He's noticed that he needs to move them up onto here. He's got this flag back just, but he just doesn't have enough on the field to push back, as we can see. It's almost out of everything. It's more Shermans dribbling in. It looks like it's a bit of a panic. It's like, oh, what? I don't know what's going on. More tanks, more tanks, more tanks. It's best to take a breath, think about what you need, and at this point, you won't need infantry. You need machine guns, but maybe he's just ran out of them in his deck. Yeah, the rifles here, they're going to go. Yeah, he did have a good number of these 25 pounders actually, but he's not opted to go down that route. I think he bought the first one out in C phase actually. More field engineers. I guess that's all he's got left. I don't know why else he's... Yeah, there's no other reason for keep bringing them in. And that is going to be game. Oh, yeah, and he does surrender there. Yeah, quite heavily out-traded. At the start, looked so promising for Reece. Oh, he lost a lot here. Lost a lot of units, but they are fairly cheap. That is the thing. These are 15 points, 15 points. The defense group, not in jeeps, was a mistake. Yeah, so he wasn't. Then he's trading fairly effectively in certain parts of the game. But yeah, in the Maverick phase, looks like Solaufein really hammered it down. Yeah. Anyway, let's just have a quick look at his deck. Okay, go back to the game. So check out that deck and see what was wrong with it. The deck will appear again. Bear with it. What time is it now? All right, I've got time. Yeah, that was on the previous patch. That's why it's loaded back up again. Ooh, excuse me again. And let's just see. I think this is a game Reece was asking for advice on actually, or a little bit of a tip. So let's have a look at his deck again. Yeah, to be honest, 8th Indy is not something I played a lot. It was something I said I was going to play loads, but I never actually did in the end. So, right, these things, they're alright. These things, I probably would have opted for these in A, to be honest. And yeah. Both of them in A just to help out. Now, so the big problem here we can see right from the get-go, we've got 6 infantry units with double MGs. Then we've got 12 more with double MGs. That is all you've got with double MGs, 18. So that's no good. So what would I do here? I'd get rid of all of this. So, and the defense group, oh, they don't come in, fair enough, they don't come in jeeps. If they don't come in jeeps, don't bring them. These are a bit of, they got the double Brens here, they're just not effective. These units are not very good. Don't bring them. That's my honest opinion of them. And with these guys, you want them in A, you want them in B. Slow transports, keep that in mind too. Rifles PIAT, same kind of business. A, B. That's your backbone. Indian rifles, nice bulky units, 12-man squads. A unit in A, and then probably a unit in C as well, unvetted. And there, you're done. And on this map, I would go for these engineers as well, so I'll probably switch out something elsewhere. I'm not quite sure what. Like this, I feel like it's a massive overkill having that many. This, I would not. I'd not put it in that transport either. Have those in A phase, like so. This is not wise. I think these in A would be nice. And then have a card in B at 1 star. You should be alright. C phase Sherman, generally not worth it. Rather have more in phase A, to be honest. Maybe do this. Have 6 of them double star, then 7 in B. What else we got? Don't need all of this. That's way overkill. I don't believe you use it off map. I personally wouldn't opt for these, but if you really want to bring a card in, then bring a card in. Machine guns, they've only got 1,000 meter range. Don't double vet them. Have 6. Go for numbers. What else can we do here? So we can now afford more infantry. So you get the engineers. And yeah, I might go for these in B then, possibly. But considering this map, you sort of want to push pretty hard at the start and get these guys in there. Do the business. So I'll probably opt for that. Gurkha's leader as well. What you do lack a little bit of here, you've got the PIATs on these actually, so yeah, forget that. So then you've got 3 more points left still. So you get 2 things in here. So mortars. These units are pretty effective. Be worth investing into these. If you have those in B like so, and then maybe bring out these if you want to lay down some fire like that with those, and then have some of these guys as well to help out in A phase. I think you'll be looking pretty good with this deck. And of course I would not, there's no point in upvetting that. To be honest, I don't think having a fighter is your best bet here. You're probably better off going for a fighter bomber, because you always wanting to be dropping some bombs here and there. These are a bit cheaper, but they're just so slow that they get picked off, I find. Even though they've got decent resilience, incredibly slow things. So I would opt for this loadout. And I probably won't go for these. I'll probably go for more, because you're lacking a long range weapons. So these things, you get your 4-man snipers. Could you double vet them in B? Yeah, why not? Probably not. You only lose 1, don't you? So still probably better having that extra 1 in A. That is what I would be going for. Something along these lines. In a Mav v Mav matchup, yeah, I would say. And this, you wouldn't need this thing anymore. because you've got 4 supplies coming in with this if you need it. So just make sure you bring these in B. Other than that, you could opt for it. You could opt for them in B, and if you didn't do that, then probably go for more machine guns in B to help out pushing later on in the game. That is generally what I'd be looking at. And with these guys, would I be using a lot of them? Probably won't be using that many, so upvet them. Can these actually come in a half track or anything? No, they cannot. Can these come in? These can come in that. I'm sure one of them could come in a half track, or the rifles leader. But yeah, Gurkha's leaders, they're alright. They're pretty nice. So yeah, that would be my take. Oh yeah, and this one, I would have to put it in A, I think. I can't justify putting them in B unless actually, yeah, if I do this, then it makes more sense. Then I could sort of use the radio on them possibly to help me, because there's a lack of radios around here. So there's the autocar's got radio, and there's the artillery leaders with radio. That's it. That's what I'll be looking at. And if worst comes to worst, you can always make use of these with their AP capabilities, which is not fantastic, but they do something. That's what I would do. Alright, that's that. Bye bye.